What up, guys? Kevin here. Excuse me while I pick up my jaw from off the floor, because holy shit, this demo, nay, the first 90 minutes of Final Fantasy 16, because that's what you're getting here. And you get some iconic challenge. I'm not going to do that. I'll wait to do that actually in the game. But wow. Wow. It's not all good wow, by the way. But holy, what the hell? Like, what the literal hell was that? I've I'm just speechless of just what happened. Like, all right, let me collect my thoughts. I probably should go take a walk. You know, when you play something so great or just something so crazy, you just need to go for a walk. That's probably what I need to do here. Let's see if I can get through this right now. If not, I need to go take a walk of what just happened. I'm not going to spoil anything. It's free on PlayStation 5. Just check it out. Just check it out. It's Final Fantasy 16, the 16th mainline installment of Final Fantasy. Is this a Final Fantasy game? In some ways, yes. Some ways, very yes. In other ways, at least the first 90 minutes, I'm like, this just feels so different. I don't think I've ever played a Final Fantasy game just like this. It feels very unique. But the game opens up. You got two sides, a war going on. It reminded me of The Last Remnant. Got the catapults going and everything. It just really reminded me of the beginning of The Last Remnant, which makes sense because it's the same director. The same director of The Last Remnant is directing Final Fantasy 16. We give a lot of love to Naoki Yoshida, or Yoshi P, but he didn't direct it. Now, I need to actually play Last Remnant. That's a game that I keep trying to play, but there's always another game. I'm making that a 2023 goal. I will play and beat The Last Remnant. But Final Fantasy 16. Wow. Should I just stop and go like take a walk? That's how I'm just going to give it a score. I need to go take a walk and think about what just happened out of 10. It's a Final Fantasy game. I see a lot of people, and even the people making the game, even Yoshi P, it's like, all right, we want to do Game of Thrones. Game of Thrones. Like, I am playing the first few Final Fantasy games for the first time. People just get up and die. People sacrifice themselves. There's a lot of moments where I'm like, oh shit. But it's in like a cute little pixel form, so it doesn't hold the same weight as what the fuck did I just see in Final Fantasy 16? People die, chocobos die. Pour one out for the white chocobo. I'll just leave it at that. I don't want to spoil it. I know it's the beginning of the game, and mostly what you're playing is what you've seen in the trailers. And the trailers show off stuff where you go, oh, it looks like something bad really just happened right there. But just to actually play it and just watch it play out, it's just on a whole nother level. Now, it is Final Fantasy as well. Now, the same people who made Final Fantasy 14 are making Final Fantasy 16. And that game is a visual novel. You're not doing much action. Final Fantasy 16, not so much a visual novel, but a cutscene. Get your popcorn and your soda pop, because you're going to be watching a lot of the cutscenes in this demo, aka the first 90 minutes of Final Fantasy 16. And I know people, if you're someone that needs the gameplay, if you're someone who needs constant gameplay, this game's for you. If you're somebody that needs turn-based, this game's not for you. There's other Final Fantasy games. I would even say current Final Fantasy games that came out within the last couple years. Check out, I don't know, I Am Setsuna, Bravely Default, games like that. If you need your turn-based fix and you want Final Fantasy like turn-based, old school turn-based weirdos. Me, I love Final Fantasy because each game is fucking different from the previous one, and this one is. I'm playing this game the first 90 minutes, and I just can't help but think of the first 90 minutes of Final Fantasy 15. You're just with your bros, hanging out, having a good time. Stand By Me is playing. You're pushing the vehicle up the road. You meet Cindy, the hot chick, and Sid, Sid, of course. And this is a complete 180. This is the other side of that coin. This shit is dark. It is ruthless. It is. Yeah, I need to go take a walk out of 10. What just happened? Now, again, not everything is great. The frame rate. I spent the whole day, my Twitter was just dumb because Starfield is locked at 30. This game probably should be locked at 30 on PlayStation 5. There was a couple times where I'm like, no, I changed it to frame rate mode. Why is the frame rate shit? The frame rate sucks in this game. It just does. That whole oh my God, they're not doing a day one patch. Well, they're doing a patch, and I think if they could get a patch day one, because the performance ain't it. Performance ain't it, especially when you're in the castle area. Yeah, the frame rate sucks. It sucks. Visually, graphically, it is a brown game. Now, Final Fantasy 12 is not only my favorite Final Fantasy game, my favorite game of all time. That's a very brown game. That brown game came out, in the mid-2000s? Earlier than that? This is 2023. It's like there's a poo filter. There's a fart bomb filter on this game. And though I can appreciate just the look and feel, the grittiness of what that does to this game, a lot of times I'm like, it's Final Fantasy. You're supposed to be known for your visuals and your fidelity. And that's just not Final Fantasy anymore. It's just not. It's just not. I'm not saying the cutscenes look spectacular. But when you're actually taking control of Clive and Joshua, that might be a little bit of a spoiler, but I think we know that. I think we've seen that in the trailers. I'm just like, this could look better. The fun. My issue last year with Xenoblade Chronicles 3, which is a great game, could be greater if it just had more loose, fun, just zany, whimsical, off-the-wall moments. First 90 minutes of Final Fantasy 16 had none of that. Nothing that made me go, just a laugh or a chuckle. I am sure that's going to be here in this game. It is Final Fantasy, and the first 90 minutes, there's a lot of, you start off, you're talking to the Archduke, or your daddy, and he's giving you a quest to go do, the earlier Final Fantasy games, or most Final Fantasy games, right? You're in a castle, and they tell you, hey, go do this. You need to go do this. Oh, there's this threat coming. You need to go take care of it. And your daddy is a bro. Your pops is a bro. Your Clive. You don't really have... You're just a regular dude. And so is your pops, but your pops is the Archduke. So he's a bro. He's on your side. You call him my lord and everything, but when mommy... mommy, we'll get to mommy in a second, it's not around. They talk very informally. I love it. And then when mommy is around, mommy has a favorite, and that favorite is Joshua, because Joshua has superpowers. And mommy thinks you're just a little bitch, little sissy, can't do nothing because you have no powers. And she don't like you. Even the other townsfolk is like, whoa, that's very cold from your own bloodline. It's great. People is going to be like, oh my God, this is Game of Thrones. No, this is Final Fantasy. This is Final Fantasy. Final Fantasy was Game of Thrones before Game of Thrones. But um, just wow. Just wow. I oh man, the taste this game gave me for what next Friday, man. I gotta wait till next Friday for this game to come out. But um yeah, what else? What else? Oh, Jill, who is the female companion, I think, at some point, and Joshua, your little brother. I can't help it, but I feel like I've heard these voice actors before. Oh yeah, Amicia and Hugo. It's the same damn voice actors. and and Joshua has an illness as well too, like Hugo did. And I find Hugo one of the most annoying characters in video game history. Amicia, that's one for the brats, and I gotta touch your boobies. But here, as Joshua, I mean, when I hear that voice, it just gives me PTSD from hearing Hugo in those two Plague Tale games. But over the course of the first 90 minutes, it grew on me. It grew on me. Um, I'm just gonna say that's all I'm gonna say. That's all I'm gonna say. And then Jill, the Misia voice actress, I'm like, really, really, like Yoshi P just probably play Plague's Tale. Like, just get them to play. She can play Jill, and he can play Josh. I wonder if Joshua, the voice actor, Hugo, it must be a woman. Is that a woman voice actor? Because for that kid-like voice, like you got to hit puberty. Not even just hit puberty, but even going from what age 4 of what it sounds like to like age 10 probably by now, and the voice hasn't changed. That's a woman, right? I don't know. Voice acting is amazing. The music is terrific. I knew it would be terrific because I played Final Fantasy XIV, and Soken is just a genius. And it's here as well. It's here as well. Combat, pretty basic stuff. Pretty basic stuff. I'm not Mr. I need turn base in all my Final Fantasy games, but the beginning, pretty basic. Just press a couple buttons, do a couple moves. I was a little confused because you learn to, I think R1's just a dodge, and then triangles to riposte or whatever they call it, parry. But I thought that was a little confusing. I'm like, wait, isn't it the other way around? But either way, combat was pretty easy. It does have a stagger system. I love the stagger system. That might be something I need in all my Final Fantasy games, a stagger system. And that's here, and it's just satisfying when you stagger them. Just the feedback. There's a noise feedback. There's a haptic feedback in the controller. And it's only going to get better. Again, it just starts off basic because it's the beginning of the game. They're not going to throw so much at you. And so far, it's good. Devil May Cry, don't care for those games. But this is Final Fantasy. I care for Final Fantasy. Again, the first 90 minutes, that last section part especially, I just want to quit life and play it. What else? I don't know. I think I pretty much covered everything. Yeah. So far, yeah, the story's nuts. There's a lot of tutorials and stuff like that. That gets a little annoying. I think that's what this demo can serve is hopefully you can get past most of that stuff. If you are going to carry over your save to when the game finally comes out, I will start over just because I'm afraid I probably missed out on a trophy or two, and I can definitely see myself getting the platinum in this game, depending on how easy or rough the platinum is. Yeah, this game's good. This game is really good. I said it's going to be my game of the year. So far, at least story-wise, absolutely. Characters, I do worry about the power of friendship. So, I know you got Jill. You got Joshua. Got Joshua. I'm not going to say anything more. And I'm sure we're going to meet people along the way. I love the power of friendship. This game seems to be maybe a little less of that than from the trailers, but I do believe you got Torgal, the doggy. The doggy. Seems like Jill's going to be there. We'll see who else comes along the way. I'm just going to end it there. I think I made it through this impressions because holy shit, I am still going to go take a walk. I'm still going to go take a walk. That family is messed up. That's all I'm going to say. All right. I got to go. Thank you guys so much for watching. I'll talk to you later. Later.